What's up, everybody? Azariel here for another ADSplay uploading schedule for the week of April 13th, 2014. Hope you guys are liking the new picture that I made, with the TGN logo. Just kind of putting it out there. Yes, I am partnered for those who haven't gotten the message or who weren't paying attention to those videos. I finally got my channel partnered. Finally won my copyright battle with Seiya. Copyright got lifted and I was able to move on, and yeah, things are looking on the up and up. So this week I want to focus on getting some things out the way that just pushing a couple things aside so that I can bring the new stuff in. That's basically what's going on this week. There's new games coming out this week, so it's going to be a rush of video game content, as well as me finally receiving the money I was supposed to get, and me pretty much in the final stages of me preparing to move towards the end of this month, and I'm going to be talking about that as well as Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 content. I always got something for Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 fans, for the Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 viewers. There's always something new going on in Yu-Gi-Oh! So that is inevitable with the ADSplay uploading schedule. You're always going to hear something about Yu-Gi-Oh! 101. And yeah, man, so let's get started. So what exactly is on the agenda for this week? Well, I went to GameFAQs.com, and these days I'm trying to remain organized within the releases that are coming out, so for the month. And I'm looking to get like a yearly gaming calendar planner, so I can have it up somewhere, so that I can write this stuff down, so I don't have to go on the internet, constantly to, look that up. I can just look to my left or look to my right, and I can just have it there. And I went to GameFAQs and I looked up all of the games that are coming up for this month, for the rest of this month, and I'm looking at everything, and this is what we have available coming this month. We have FIFA World Cup Brazil 2014, Borderlands 2, Headhunter 5, Seiya Hammerlock versus the Sun Car Cromerax, which is some new DLC for Borderlands 2 Headhunters. We have Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion XL, Lego The Hobbit, that's getting the PlayStation 3 bundle. We have Child of Light coming at the end of the month, Darksiders Collection, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, Raiden 4 Overkill, Rambo the Video Game, Red Faction Collection, and the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, this is just what I'm focusing on, what's coming out this month. I'm not focusing on what's coming out in May, just the month of April. Now, there was one game that came out on the 1st of this month, which was Saint Seiya Brave Soldiers. Now, Saint Seiya is a game that I grew up on. I grew up watching the anime. It was actually one of the animes that made me get into Japanese anime, along with, Ronin Warriors, Gundam Wing. I had to think about it for a second because I hadn't seen it in so long, as well as many other ones. And I've always thought about what a game like Saint Seiya was gonna be like, and I finally seen the screenshots. I pretty much have it in my cart on the PlayStation Network right now, so I'm pretty much considering buying that. Also, the new episode for the Wolf Among Us has been released, and I'm buying the season pass for that. I've been missing out on some of the Telltale Games releases, such as games like The Walking Dead, of course, which follows the show, and some other stuff that they've done in the past. But The Wolf Among Us just may be the first game I play from Telltale Games, and I'm looking forward to doing that as well. They got Child of the Light coming the end of this month. I'm thinking about pre-ordering that. But let's just focus on the games that's coming out this week, because right now that's what's really important. There's going to be like a big gap. As you can see, there's no games coming out for quite some time. Let me look. Let's see. Yeah, all of next week is basically free, and we won't be getting any new games until Tuesday the 29th. So a week after these releases, these will be coming out. So here's how I'm gonna tackle this. First off, here's the games I plan on playing. Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion is basically, from the screenshots that I've seen, it looks to be like a free-for-all big boss battle type of video game that's kind of reminiscent of the Smash Brothers series, except it has characters from Cartoon Network like Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls, so like Billy and Mandy, etc., etc. So like Ben 10, all of these characters, and I'm actually interested in seeing what this is like. I know they had a Cartoon Network game that was similar to this, that came out on Nintendo 3DS, I think, or the Nintendo DS, and I never did play it. But I'm actually interested in seeing what this Cartoon Network game is going to be like, and hopefully a chance to relive some of those moments from my childhood when I first started, watching Cartoon Network, and having some moments of nostalgia, while playing a familiar style of game. So I'm looking forward to Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion XL. Lego The Hobbit, I mean, it is available right now on the PlayStation Network, and I'm flipping coins right now. I don't know whether or not I should even bother with that game. I've played plenty of the Lego games, Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, etc., etc. I've played a lot of Lego games over the years, and truth be told, me personally, I don't really care for them too much, cause like I understand that they're supposed to be like these remakes of other games per se. Yeah, but I don't think like The Hobbit had like an actual video game made, like uh prior to this. Like the only thing I can think of was probably like The Lord of the Rings. But The Hobbit is really just like a spin-off series from Lord of the Rings, and at this point in my life, I'm just so tired of Lord of the Rings. Like, why don't they just let that shit die already? You know what I mean? Like, just let Lord of the Rings die. Come on, man. We don't need to constantly be making spin-offs for series and things like that. Even though it's good, from things I've been hearing, like The Hobbit is, pretty good. But still, let sleeping dogs lie. That's all I'm saying. But this week, the only game I can tell you for sure that I'm playing is Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion. EA Sports FIFA World Cup Brazil 2014. Never really cared too much for soccer as a sport. Never really cared too much for sports games, and soccer in particular, even less. So I can't really see myself playing that. Borderlands 2, I don't even have the Borderlands game. I didn't even get finished playing Borderlands 2 to even tie this in, so that's not even an option. So really the only games you guys can pretty much expect to see this week, if any, is Saint Seiya Brave Soldiers, because I do plan on getting that. I'm gonna have to take some of these downloadable titles I have on here off, and I'll probably re-download them at a later time. The Wolf Among Us, I'm gonna just be doing 3 straight episodes of that non-stop this week. So you guys have that coming up, and in a couple days, Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion. If people want to see Lego The Hobbit, if you're interested in seeing that, please let me know in the comments, because I don't mind playing it. It's just that, if I had the choice to play it or not, I really wouldn't. But I don't mind playing it if you guys are interested in seeing it. You know, like I don't mind playing a Lego game because they do have humor in it. You know, little Lego humor. You punch somebody in there and then they blow up into a million pieces and then you rebuild them into a ladder like that. Like those little moments are funny. So I can understand if somebody wants to see it, and I don't mind playing it at all. But this week for sure, Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion SL will be getting played. The Wolf Among Us episodes 1, 2, and 3. Saint Seiya Brave Soldiers. So I got a big slew of content coming out this week. So you guys are going to be seeing that. And I need to renew my PlayStation Plus membership. I just remembered, excuse me. So I'm going to get like a year membership for that. But I got to be careful with the amount of money that I spend because, again, I am moving. But I'm going to save that towards the end of this video. I want to get everything else out the way. So that's it for that. Now, moving on to Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 and everything I have planned for this week. Let me check out some of these. They still haven't put any cards up for the Structure Deck Hero Strike. When is this coming out? June 21st. So sooner or later they should start confirming cards for this booster pack. Why the hell? Pause that, please. The Duelist Advent, they've been confirming cards for this past week, and that day is drawing closer and closer. So by the end of this week, yeah, Saturday, matter of fact, this booster pack should be fully confirmed at that point. And of course, there's going to be like a huge rush of Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 card reviews coming out as well. So of course you guys got those videos coming. Also, Dragons of Legend, that's coming out toward the end of this month on the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And let me turn this down. Let me click off of this because those commercials are playing. I don't need them trying to block something that they, accidentally played. But yeah. So why the hell I have this up? X out of that. Okay. So the Duelist Advent, those cards are going to get confirmed this week. So you guys can expect, sort of, for the people that are watching this channel or for the people that are watching this channel exclusively for the Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 content, there's a bunch of card reviews coming out. Within a couple of weeks from today, well, possibly like next week, because that's a dead week, I'm gonna have a new Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Funnies episode. Now this is gonna be a song. Now this is something that I've been working on since February, actually, and I announced it last month. So it's about time to release that. Now this is not gonna be some professional song or anything like that. This is just gonna be me playing the instrumental and me rapping over it. It's gonna be funny because it's gonna have like a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! References in it. Hence the reason why it's in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Funnies. That's gonna be a Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Funnies video, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. Like, it's gonna be one of those unexpected things that I never did before. So I'm just looking to have fun with it. So I hope you guys like it when it's released. But more on that to come later on. What else is there? Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Fan Day. It's getting to the point now where I'm gonna have to announce exclusively on Twitter and Facebook when I will be able to do, or if I will be able to do Fan Day that week, because the way things are going these days, I may not be able to do it. With me prepping to move, with me focusing on my schoolwork, it's really going to boil down to, and so with the video game playthroughs that I'm gonna be doing for that week, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do it, or if I'm gonna have to focus on getting certain things, you know what I mean, adjusted, you know, I don't know, man. Like it's really getting to that point where I'm gonna have to exclusively announce on my Twitter, on my Facebook fan page, whether or not I'm gonna be able to do it that week. And it's sad to say, but hey, I openly admit it. You know, the first step to recovery is to admit. And I admit I am not the most organized person out there. You know, some days I kind of just shoot from the hip, and it is what it is that day. I'm trying to get to the point where I can plan out certain things, like what I'm doing with my video game playthroughs and my uploads that I do on this channel, and I'm trying to work it out. You know, other people, you're more organized than I am. You're used to that. Me, I'm not. So this is still like a adjustment for me. So just bear with me. I'm gonna announce on my Twitter, on my Facebook fan page, whether or not I'll be able to do Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Fan Day. I have been making new builds, so, and they've been uploading new cards from the TCG on there. So I've been making new builds on there and just having fun. You guys can probably catch me in private Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 uh, um, practice sessions uh, this week, because sometimes at late night, you know, if I'm not able to sleep, I just go on there and I just have fun with anybody that's on there. You know, these are private matches. I don't record them. I don't upload them. So this is just exclusive me just on there practicing for a fan day that could be coming up, you know, or me just trying to familiarize myself with a build that I just made. So that's pretty much it. I mean, this is like the first time in a long time where I can honestly say I'm excited, because there's new games coming to this channel, and I wasn't even sure that I was going to get the money this soon. Now, of course, this has to be tied into when I'm going to be moving. Now, I live in Louisiana right now. So first let me explain why I'm moving. I live in Louisiana right now, and as some of you may know, I'm going to school for graphic design because I want to be involved in the video gaming industry, take my arts, my drawings, you know, take that talent and design video game stages and levels and things like that. That's always been a dream of mine. And in Louisiana, when I tell you there are no places for me to do that, there are literally no places for me to do that. I cannot take that passion for the video game industry, and as well as my talent with like painting and drawing and things like that. I can't take those two elements and take that to a business, because quite frankly in Louisiana there isn't a business that I can do that in. So I've been looking around and, you know, checking with some family members that lives in different states, and I'm considering moving to, you know, somewhere on the West Coast, you know what I mean? And it looks like that's what's going to happen. You know, I announced that, you know, I could be moving to Texas, could be moving to Georgia, could be moving to California, who knows? I'm not going to give the exact city that I'm going to be going to, but I don't mind giving out the state, you know, especially you know, because all these places, they have like Comic Cons and different conventions and things like that, and I can announce, hey, I'm gonna be at Comic Con. Maybe I can get a panel there, and since I'm closer, it won't cost as much for me to, you know, for me to go and attend these areas in these functions, because I'm pretty much close by already, or I'm closer than I am right now. So it would be pretty fun for me to potentially do that. So of course more of that will be coming this past week, and well, this upcoming week. More of this will be coming. More info on that will be coming this upcoming week. Uh, as far as where I'm gonna be going, but now here's the thing: if I'm while I'm moving, there are gonna be games coming out during that week that I'm gonna be getting situated wherever I move to. I've been checking with family members. They all gave me the okay, so really it's just up to me where I want to go. Um, and with me signed to the TGN network, I have a consistent stream of money coming in, so I'm not worried about cash. And it's going to be games that are coming out towards the end of that month that I'm going to get, but I won't be able to play until I get situated and settled. Find out what type of internet they have, and you know if they have any limitations, or what I need to buy new internet for them. You know what I mean? Because obviously I'm gonna need to upload, and I don't want anything slow. So yeah, like it's gonna take some time before I can continue on with uploading video game footage. But as I stated in previous weeks, I do plan on doing vlogs of me, like arriving at the terminal, getting my bags checked, me on the plane, maybe filming like the outside windows so you can see me flying and anything like that when I land, or saying like when I have to do like a layover or whatever. Do little travel vlogs like that, and I think that'll be something interesting and something different for the channel. And I'm actually looking forward to doing that. It's funny though, because I've always been afraid of heights, and even more so afraid of planes and octopuses. But that has nothing to do with this. um, and it's funny though, my fear of me staying in Louisiana is actually overpowering my fear of getting on the plane. So much to the point where I'm more than willing to get on the plane. It's really like my fear of getting on a plane is non-existent, because that's just how strong my fear of staying in Louisiana is. There's nothing here for me. I've lived here most of my life. It's basically trying to put a basketball player in like the hockey rink. A guy that never skated in his life. His passion is basketball. And he loves sports, but his passion is basketball. But all they have for him is like ice hockey. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? Some people, they force things to work. Me, when everybody else was going elsewhere and doing things just for money, I kept my passion. Throughout all the pressure from my family members and friends telling me, oh, you should just do this for money and do this for money. Nah. If I don't have a passion for it, I live by a code, and I live by a motto that as long as you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, because it's not going to feel like work. And that's the way I want my career to be, what my hobbies are. I want them to feel like I'm enjoying them, so that it doesn't feel like work. Make life easier on me, because I've been stressing out a lot on my life, and I don't want to get too deep into that. But obviously, if I move, it's going to be some downtime in the video game footage, and I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time that it's going to happen. However, when I do get situated, it's going to be a big rush of video game content, that I don't think you guys are going to be able to keep up with. But I'm going to be trying to catch up with everything that I missed once I do get settled in and get situated. Because throughout the summer, throughout May, June, July, and August, there's going to be downtime. Like, the entire month of August is basically clean. Literally. There's only 2 games coming out then, and there's going to be these big gaps. Just looking at GameFAQs.com, there's going to be these big gaps in between when video games are released. Like, they have games coming out early that month, and then they have games coming out at the very end of the month. So there's going to be weeks, like 1 or 2 weeks in between, where there's nothing going on. And this will be perfect times for me to catch up on everything. Now, since I say that, I know some of you are wondering, where is South Park Stick of Truth? Thing is, I'm going to have to push that back to one of those extra days, because or to one of those months where I have the free time to do it. Because with me moving, with me finally having the money to move, and that coming earlier than I expected, and all the new games coming out that I want to focus on, obviously I don't have room for it right now. But I still want to play it. I actually still want to play it. I haven't played a South Park game since the Nintendo 64. And I don't even think people remember that game. But yeah, it was fun. And I'm looking forward to the adult humor, all the jokes that they have in there. I'm looking forward to it. So unfortunately I got to push it back. But I don't think you guys are going to be mad considering all the new stuff that I have that is being released that I think you guys are going to enjoy. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Again, just a quick recap of everything. Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion this Tuesday. If you guys would like to see it, Lego The Hobbit, I will get it. If you guys are interested in seeing gameplay of that, The Wolf Among Us, you guys will be seeing all 3 episodes of those this week. Saint Seiya Brave Soldiers, I'm going to be doing some gameplay of that and exploring that game. And then we're gonna go from there. Yu-Gi-Oh 101 card reviews coming for the Duelist Advent being released this Saturday in the OCG. And me prepping up for next week when I release the new episode of Yu-Gi-Oh 101 Funnies. Again, this is a song. I know some of you guys are looking forward to that. And as I stated before, we can go from there. So thank you guys for watching. Again, follow me on my Twitter, my Facebook fan page for any daily updates or any unexpected changes to the schedule, and stay informed. So with that being said, peace, and I'll see you guys for gameplay this week.